Is it working now? Why does Streamlabs keep doing that? But there we go. It's working good. Oh god damn, it's my last Deep Park video. Might not have had audio on it. Oh god. But now we're starting to play some Mario Kart. Oh jeez. Is there stuff just...
Luigi Kart 8!
Okay, that's kind of a good time to drop, I guess. Right, single player. Same as last stream, just versus race. I picked the custom items. So yeah, 3 new characters. Oh. Whoops. So, Kamek, Wiggler, and Peter Piranha's back. Like, dang. Why was I using Mercedes last time? I didn't use a Mercedes last time. Wait, did we get a new car as well? Is that why it put me up to the thing? Alright, let's build a vehicle, I guess. Let's go, well, try and true, walk a bike. That seems somewhat decent. I don't like it though. I think these two will be good. 150 obviously. We're going to play through the courses as 2 different characters on 150cc and a 200 with the last one. Custom items, we'll just go with normal. And obviously we're banning this, because the lightning bolt's the worst item in the game. We'll keep the blue shell, we'll keep the boo, but we'll move coins, because coins are dumb. Boomerang's alright. Yeah, this is good. So, oh yeah, we got Moonview Highway coming back at long last. Wait. Let me check something. Tour. Did they break a cycle? 2 tour maps. Okay, they didn't. Now for some reason I've done more tour maps than that. Time just laughs, Cooper Cape. Oh yeah, Cooper Cape is back. Right, we're gonna start with the entrance dash. Now I have to learn how to play. I'm assuming the heavyweight character. That's what PD was in Double Dash, wasn't he? I don't remember PD Piranha from Double Dash in terms of weight though. I remember him in terms of he got any special item. Weird horn. Woo! Woo! Whoa! Okay, AI is bringing out the big guns today, I guess. Anti-grab on a tour map? Okay, let's switch it up, I guess. Oh, come on, what is that? Well, why is the AI kind of being malicious? I guess just vicious, more or less. What's that? Ah. This is a tricky map to get used to, although it is my first time ever playing it. I played a tiny bit of Turf, but mostly till I got to the gacha feature and I just got bored at that point. So I prefer just to pick a character I want to play in Mario Kart instead of having to randomly get them through a gacha system. It is going for someone who does play gacha games, so you know it's just kind of an iffy situation with Mario Kart. Can I go through here? I can, but there's really no benefit to it. I'm fine with that. Yeah, maybe that. That's an okay course. My Daisy Cruiser! Back from the dead. This is the first time Daisy Cruiser's been remade, hasn't it? Or did 7 remake Daisy Cruiser? I think this is the first time Daisy Cruiser's ever come back as a remake. Which I'm curious how it's going to be, because the layout is like a tour map. But at the same time, it's an 8 and was on the console to begin with. It does look really good though. There's people on the tables now. The ship finally has occupants after how many years? 15? Isn't Double Dash at least 15 years old? It's actually it's more than that, 18? Like at most 22. Because 2003 was when the GameCube released. I'm so glad to see this map again. I absolutely adore Double Dash. I'm glad that these maps are finally getting a remake. They deserved it for the longest time. I broke the oath though. I didn't go into the secret area. That was the oath on the GameCube. You had to take the secret way to go. A new way to go though. I'm kind of interested in that. What do we got? Okay, you can ramp in the water. That's cool. Because obviously in Double Dash, you go into the water, you literally die. You drown. Right, let's take the oath and go into the secret way. Well, not secret way, but the cool way. Wow, it got a glow up. I like that. I get a lot. That blue shell's enable and blue shells just aren't showing up. They show up in the first way, so. Well, one did. Ah! I spoke too much. Ah! Game! Okay, I learned my lesson. Nintendo said, no boy, sit down. Hashtag bring Wario Stadium into this game. So next race is it Mutant View Highway? No, it's not. It is actually, yeah. I haven't even looked at Mutant View Highway in so long. Well, like I played Mario Kart Wii last year, I think, with some friends. It's just I always mistake this one for the Double Dash map that was that night, like Mushroom Town or whatever it was called. But let's see how this goes. Whoa. I don't know why I threw the green shell. In my head I was gonna get a double iron box, but I just didn't. keep the bomb health for a bit. Whoa! How I dodged that, I don't know. I should have hit a claw of some kind. I'll take it. Oh, come on, game. Is this because of Daisy Cruiser? This because of Daisy Cruiser. Before people say to ban a blue shell, if I banned every annoying item, there wouldn't be any items in this at all. I'm only banning the lightning bolts and the coin because, let's face it, no one cares about getting coins in item boxes. And the lightning bolt because, in my opinion, it's the worst item in the game. Mostly because it just makes the music in the game shit. If it didn't affect the music, I'd be fine with it. Is that DK playing through the gates? Oh no, it's Peter Piranha. He's using DK sound effects, but all warped. Alright, let's see what the new track is like. Is it going to beat Yoshi Island? Probably not. It has a bit too much to compete with. But it might be a good course. Well, I'm sure it'll be a good course. Oh my god, a giant sponge. Strong, clean bleach with a bloop on it. It's actual bandages on the side there, that's kind of cool. I like that. Only now is a giant person running around trying to kill all the contestants. And I'm immediately going for that tap, something about it just catches my interest. Wait, are we going down the plug? Ew. Ew, but kinda cool. Interesting take for what level? Oh jeez, no, not that. Oh jeez. Oh dear god. I thought I was actually meant to go into the toilet for a second. That'd be funny. I think the game knew that. I was like, yeah, you're going in there. Oh dear god, don't make fun of me. Now the game is trying. And my phone notification is definitely just Twitch letting me know that I'm live streaming. Really? I didn't know! It's not like I intentionally hit the go live button. Okay. Oh. Ooh, secret path. What we got? I failed to take that shortcut. I like that though. I was hoping this course would have a bit of deviation, because if it didn't, it'd kind of be boring. It's a good track, but would everybody be down the last pass for a new track? Like, I'm assuming there's a new Rainbow Road in the final track, like there's a brand new one being made. Because I think that's how they would end it. Like, they have to somehow beat Yoshi's Island as the best new course. This course is great. It's just it has Yoshi Island to compete with. Well, that tile little stuck in there. That's cool. I like that. Oh come on, let me take the secret! Yeah! Okay, I got to go this way anyways, but jeez, the game wanted me dead. For some reason the AI just decided, yeah, let's murder this man on the new map. Like, jeez, that's cool. That's a good new track. So far, first part is very good. Obviously, I'm going to be iffy about tour maps, because they're tour maps. Okay, so Wiggler next. No one asked for Wiggler back, did they? I think when they announced they were making new characters, no one even mentioned Wiggler. No one mentioned Kamakura, but no one was thinking we were getting tour characters. Wait, there's 2 tour maps in here. Hold up, then. Okay, so 3 tour maps per wave. That makes sense. So Los Angeles lap. Also, I'm not changing the vehicle because it's just the vehicle I'm comfortable using. I don't want any people jumping in and being like, yeah, if you use Wiggler with this specific setup, you're gonna have about 12 mini turbos per millisecond. You guys have seen me drift in this game. Does my gameplay say that I'm a man who plays competitive Mario Kart? I don't think it does. Who did I hit? What the fuck? Hey, who did I hit? This map has gave me like some very early game PS2 like Tony Hawk game vibes. I love it. A tour map I immediately like. Who would have guessed? Oh, there's a shortcut right there. Well, it's designed for myself. Whoa! Okay, Wiggler turns red when you hit him. That is a new detail, ain't it? Because Wiggler wasn't 7 and never did that. I'm kind of glad they did that, to be honest. Oh look, we got the second worst item in the game. Yes, the horn is the second worst item in the game. Why? Because getting hit by anything makes you lose it and you can't swap items. So you can't even use it. And now, there's so many ways to get rid of it. Boo, lightning bolt, getting hit by anything. Yes, it gets rid of blue shells, but there's no reason for the Mega Horn to be in the next Mario Kart game when that comes out. Just have the option to remove the blue shell entirely at the start of the next Mario Kart game. You never need a Mega Horn. No about that. That's so far the best tour map they released in this entire track. And it doesn't even feel like a tour map. It feels like they kind of just had a fresh idea in their head and just made it. Wait, Sunset Wilds from the GBA. I've never played Super Circuit. Although I do like the maps from Super Circuit they brought into this game. Maybe I should play it someday. I got a Discord notification. As a friend of mine, he's getting a commission from my sister. She's a very Aussie lady. So he's getting a commission from her. And right now he loves the commission, which is great. Whoa. Okay. really tight corners map. This is more like a tour map than the actual tour map. Which is weird. Although I guess all of the GBA tracks are like that, aren't they? Like, we have any Super Circuit, like, fans of, like, I guess hardcore fans of Super Circuit? That's a better word? Are the Super Circuit tracks sort as close calls, or is it just certain ones? Alright, Shy Guy. Murder. They're in my way. I should play Super Circuit someday, just so I can appreciate it. I guess same with 64. I don't know, there's something about it. Every time I try and play 64, I just don't get interested in it. Maybe that's a live stream I can do someday, don't I? Just not Mario Kart 64, but maybe Diddy Kong Racing. That could be fun. Like, I grew up with Diddy Kong Racing, but it's literally that. I've only played it when I was young. I've never played it in my adult years, so... Ow. Every time I talk about something else, the game punishes me. It counts like an X, basically. Like, you're talking about it behind my back. Cooper Cave probably the map I was most excited for in reveal. I'm glad Cooper Cave's back. I enjoy it. It's just I think there's other Wii courses that could have been brought back that would have gone better from it. Because I don't think they can change Cooper Cave that much. Maybe add a glide ramp and that's it. It does look good though. I gotta be honest, I'm a fan of the way it looks. Yeah. It really goes flying with that drift. Like, I thought it was just the last course being close goes. It's not that. My drift seemed to be lingering for a couple seconds. I could see it, like, when I released the... like, when I'm drifting, it seems to drift differently. Like, I'm using a cart, basically. Maybe it's a glitch of Wiggler? Okay, half-pipe's in the water. Wait, are we underwater? Wait, yeah, it's half-pipes in the water. That's custom done in this game. Now I think about it. I'm okay with that. I thought it would have been a glide ramp though. I keep pressing the button too early. Maybe I'm just trying to drift too much. And I'm just now realizing it. The drift feels different on Wiggler. Wiggler does feel a bit slower than PD as well. Just a tiny bit. Like, I'm not having this big gaps against the AI as I usually do. Ah, I had the horn. I didn't even notice it. I used it the second I got hit. This underwater section, it always reminds me of the minigame of Sonic Heroes. The one that you have to do to get the Chaos level where you basically just do one after. It might be a Wiggler thing. We'll find out when I play as Kamek, so I'll play Kamek on Time Trial maybe, or 200cc. Depends what I feel like. Just to get another look at all this. So Vancouver Velocity. We've got one good tour map from this wave so far. I'm not saying the tour maps are bad. It's just so far, out of tour maps I've released. Not this one. Los Angeles was a really good one. Like, it's easily my favorite tour map that I'll be made into this game. Obviously it's my first time playing it, so I'll have to play off stream a couple times so I can have hindsight and think and know exactly what's good about the map and what's bad about it. But I like the Los Angeles one. This is a nice map though. Very nice looking. We had a Christmas map when we started DLC, didn't we? So it kind of feels like another Christmas map. Well, that's just because it's a winter-based map, I guess. Although there's little Christmas trees right back there. Now, is autumn, is it? Is it a seasonal map that just changes seasons during each map? Let's keep an eye out and see if we can see spring and summer represented in this map, or if it's just all on winter. Wait. Is this a... I'm probably imagining, but is this a reference to Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games? That took place in Vancouver, didn't it? This seems like a nod to it. Which if it is, dang. Hello, Boo. Might have been a reference. I'm not sure. It could have also just been pure coincidence. Could have been coincidence as well. It just happened to be an ice skating arena in a map based in Vancouver with Mario emblem on it. It didn't have the Sonic one either, so probably coincidence. Alright, so versus ways. Time to play as Kamek. What are the stats with Kamek on this? If I scroll to my main character, Yoshi. So he's slower than Yoshi, but what does he have in comparison? I don't know, about the same as Yoshi. You know, if this will go just 150cc. We've got the same rules, but what are the 4 best maps from this wave so far? For me... If you have them, do I consider new? Because I played Daisy Cruiser and Moonview Highway before. I played Koopa Cape before. Should we just exclude them and I just play maps that I'm not used to? Because I don't want to be someone that's like, oh yeah, Daisy Cruiser, Moonview Highway, Koopa Cape, because yeah, they're great maps. And they still are to this day, but if I kept saying all the best maps that we make, then that doesn't say much. I did with these before, but obviously some of these maps just stood out. The rest Fastest! Not very many of them start with a squeaky clean sprint and Los Angeles laps. I'll be completely honest. It's my favourite form of Feather Cup. It's I can't really pick a favourite. It's not Antron's Dash, so I know that. But obviously I love Daisy Cruiser. Everyone loves Moonview Highway. That's why it's back. And Squeaky Clean Sprint is a good one. Let's go with Antron's Dash first. And I kind of want to reference to Yoshi's Island. Okay, Kamek is basically Yoshi slash Birdo. Actually, the acceleration might be higher on him. Faster than Wiggler though! Oh my god, he flies. He is just gone the second he takes flight. Yeah, Kamek is just gone. He goes into the air, he's flying. Why does he feel better controlling Yoshi? I'm gonna have to do some testing. I think I'll do a test after this. Kamek might be faster than Yoshi. I might have to change mains. Speaking of I play competitive Mario Kart, but I might change who my most played character is just on this alone. Look at him go! I need like a very big airtime map. Like a track that you go into the air, you're gonna fly off. I'm gonna have to play the same course twice, I think. Once with Yoshi and once with Kamek, and just see which one which one's faster. Because I think Kamek might be faster than Yoshi, so it might be the fastest middleweight. Although it's Yoshi the fastest middleweight character. So I just play Yoshi because I like Yoshi. Like Yoshi's my favorite Mario Kart character, pretty much. My favorite Mario character, really. Let's see, next map. We'll pick 2 from each. So one more from Feather Cup and then 2 from Cherry. Let's go Clicky Sprint. Let's go with the bathroom. I am calling it the bathroom. I can't say it for some reason. I can't say Squeaky Clean Sprint. So I'm calling it the bathroom, so that's what it is. Oh, I got the Mega Horn right off the bat. I'm not worried about it. I never got onto the sponge. I'm assuming if I go past the plug, it counts as out of bounds. No, just one way to test if Kamek is faster than Yoshi. Kinda faster. Oh yeah, I'm miles ahead of everyone. Yeah, time trial's got to be done to see if Kamek is faster than Yoshi. Although Kamek could be a lightweight, thinking about it. So maybe that's why Kamek feels faster, because Kamek could be a lightweight and not a medium weight. Just writing on the bleach bottles. Okay, yeah, I'm now far from the game that decided now is a good time for a blue shell. Makes sense, I was very close to Laputa there. I'll probably get hit by a second blue shell in a tiny bit. Oh dear God! There's a secret path back there! Oh, you can't do that, game. You can't just show it because I got hit by a blue shell at the end. Wait, yeah, Cherry Cup seems the choice. I'm just Lap and Koopa Cape for the best one in Cherry Cup. Of course, I'm gonna play Los Angeles laps because I want to see if there's any issues I have with the map. Because I like the tour maps at first, but then I find something about them after I play them for the first time that makes me hate them with all of my being. I'll take the short ramp here first, just in case. That can be a bit of an issue, just don't take the anti-gravity ramp, but that's something you can avoid. Because I was going straight into the sand. Honestly, I kind of wish the character got buried in the sand. I had to get themselves free, just through an animation, not through any quick time events. Because if Mario Kart ever needs to have quick time events, then that's not a good omen. You can save your items with a quick time event, but still. Okay, game, we get it. You can stop now. The game's trying to make me hate this map because it just bullies me on this one. That's enough! Out of you guys! I guess I never took these double ramps. I used that too early and somehow I still hit the thing. Let's take the right hand path, see what's in here. Ah, there's a blue ramp right there, but that seems like it wants you to get a thing. You get a mushroom. Yeah, it's catching up, but that's just because they're being relentless right now. Game, you've made your point clear. Yes, I'm doing very good, but stop. I don't have any issues with this map other than the blue ramp. I think it's a flawless tour map at the moment. I have no complaints. Surprising, I don't have any for the Vancouver one either. Wait, Koopa Cape. Because from the Cherry Cup, yeah. The Los Angeles map and Koopa Cape are the best one at Cherry Cup. Feather Cup, I have a hard time picking a favourite from it. Yes, I love Daisy Cruiser and I love Moonview Highway, but obviously that's carried by nostalgia. I still love the maps, I just wish there was a Double Dash mode in this. Because one thing I always had fun with on Double Dash was being a friend playing co-op on it. Where one person drove, the other swapped irons, but it was so much fun when you and your friend pressed the swap button at the exact same time and you both continue your momentum. Like, that's a test of friendship right there. Like, if you ever want to test your friendship with someone, there's two ways to do it. Either the friendship test on Wii Party or Mario Kart Double Dash. Like, just in the co-op mode. And that's why I wish it was a Double Dash mode on this. Obviously not for online, just local play only. Because online you have to deal with multiple people's internet and your partners. It just wouldn't work. But I guess I could just phrase it in one sentence, hashtag remake Double Dash. But I think I do have 2 GameCube controllers. Although I don't have Double Dash. I need to get Double Dash on the GameCube someday. I'm sure I can find it cheap. There's no good thing about Double Dash's karma as well. If you had like a young person in your family, like a little niece or nephew, and they were still getting used to the concept of video games, they could throw items while you drove. I mean, Kitty's right ahead of me, jeez. I didn't know it's because the game did throw 20 blue shells at me. It didn't pull a Mario Kart 7. Right, so before... Well, you know, I'll do a time trial. I want to see if Kamek is faster than Yoshi. My guess is probably Kamek's probably a lightweight character. So, time trials. We'll start with Yoshi as a baseline. We'll go with the same vehicles. And a very good map. I could guess a very good map to try time trials on would be a circular one, but that's boring. But obviously you don't want to... Fine, we'll go with Sky Garden. I'm just going to go with solo. Now obviously there's me to account for. I can make mistakes with one character. It'll kind of be down to a matter of opinion, I guess. I messed up there. I held down the button to drift, but it didn't seem to work. So I'm just gonna try again. And I fell off the ledge. I was trying to be cheeky about it. Why am I doing so bad? Kamek does feel faster than Yoshi though, right off the bat. No. I was gonna try and be cheeky and fly off the ledge right at the beginning. I want to see if I could try like a sequence break right at the beginning. But it seems like the game doesn't want you to. If I had enough speed, sure, probably. I'm not restarting anymore. The Kamek does feel fast in Yoshi. The Kamek feels like Yoshi when he uses a mushroom. Ah, that counts as out of bounds. Boo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Kamek is faster than Yoshi though. Like, he feels way faster. Also, give us Battle Courses game! We need DLC Battle Courses. But I guess we'll... Fine. I want to scroll over the new maps and sort of do one final prediction for the final wave. So, what's the pattern? 3 tour maps per wave? I'm not going to guess the tour maps because I don't play tour. So it's going to be based on some real world locations. That's all I know. So we get 5 maps. 1 new, 4 remakes. Right? So what's the pattern always been? The pattern start off with a 3DS map and then a 64 map and a remap. You know what? I need a notepad. So 3DS N64 Wii GameCube obviously is there. GBA is there. DS is gain representation. Now it's all of them. Okay, so I'm gonna write down how many maps each, you know, generation got. So right now 3DS is 1. Two. Okay, so 3DS got 2 tracks. N64 representation, I'm assuming is high. 1, 2. Wait, 3DS got 3. What am I thinking? There you go. N64 is 2. At the moment. Wait, did N64 only get 2 maps? They're just in the first 2 stages. Hold on. Did I realise something? I'm noticing some sort of pattern, but we'll see. Yes, N64 got 2 maps. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoa! I didn't think Mario Kart was getting that much representation. Jeez, and GameCube, we don't have to look far because it started with. Oh wow. It started with this point. So 2. Just 2? Whoa, okay, they really like the handheld Mario Kart. Are they trying to tell us something? I think GameCube got one during each wave, didn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dang. Okay. On the DS. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, okay. 4 DS maps. Do you have any consoles on it? 6. So now, I'm thinking it in my head, is it possible to get a remake from each of the Mario Kart games in the Final Pass? But the answer is no. Because of the new map that will come out. Which means one console's not going to get a thing. So.
Make it rain!
Yeah, follow. Zostella. Thanks for following. Hello. I'm good. I'm just trying to figure out the pattern and see what courses they're going to bring out in the final wave. Just to make a final prediction. So I'm really just looking at the pattern of how to release stuff and seeing if I can figure out what the maps will be or what games they're from. We'll probably gain another GBA map in the final wave. And probably a Wii one. Because they both have 5 courses each. In all of these waves combined. So I wouldn't be surprised if they announced a remake from a Wii map and a GBA map. Nowadays good. It's not eventful, but it's summer, so that's how it'd be. Maybe I should just make a wish list. Well, I already did make a wish list on what maps I want to come back. No, not daily. I sort of just stream when I feel like it. Like if I get in the mood to stream, then I will. That's why the stream only happens today, because I was a bit late to the whole new courses releasing. It released on the 12th. I'm okay with that. I like art, obviously. So what are the maps that I want back? Wait, what was the pan on these again? 2, 3, 4. Although I guess technically, yeah. So 4 maps. Yeah, you can if you want to. See, the 4 maps that I want to see, because obviously we're getting a new course in the final pass. I'm assuming we're getting a new Inver Road. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. That'd be fine. Now, I'm assuming that you just mean on my Twitch channel, like just when you go on the homepage and that. Oh jeez, I accidentally started playing my own stream. That wasn't what I was going for. See, trying to think of the remakes I want. This. I'll see if I can find a link to a Discord I'm in. There's a couple of other live streamers in there. If I can find it. Can I get a link? No, I don't want to invite guest voice only if I can figure this out. Let's see. Can I copy that? Copy that and try this. Invite a guest. No? Weird. Huh. Get to find what you're looking for. I can't invite to a server for some reason. I can still privilege to the server. Invite people, there we go. Still don't let me invite you for some reason. What's an invite link to a friend? No. Why can't I find the link to a Discord server? I have to search this up. Find a Discord server link. No, I don't want a video. Click on server title, choose invite people, you can copy generic link. Copy. Okay, that gives me a link. There's a link to Discord, there's a whole bunch of other live streamers in there and stuff like that. And there's a whole art channel so you can use that. I need to figure out the remix somewhat. So, let's say I take one from the console, well, there were 5 consoles they took from, thinking about it. They have GBA, GameCube, Wii, DS, and 3DS. Yeah, I guess I'll write down the map I want the most to be remade from each of the consoles. Because why not? So GBA, I never grew up with a GBA, so I want to be able to make that. Right, I'm gonna remove the GBA option. So GameCube, the Double Dash map I want most is the Wario Stadium or Rainbow Road. For definite, because I love those versions of Double Dash's levels, so I think that would be great. From the Nintendo Wii, oof, I need to remember what the Nintendo... No, this is a Discord to my friend owns. He's live more than I am. He does all sorts of different streams like Arma 3 and some other stuff. I just figured it's better to invite you to Discord with a whole bunch of other streamers than that anyways, just for convenience. Because we'll be there anyways, and you can obviously share your art in there. It saves me the time of having to make a server, make all the different channels for a whole bunch of different people in that. Let's see, Mario Kart Wii tracks. Because I want to figure out what the courses are in Mario Kart Wii that I'd want remade. Oh, I have to look at each different cup, that's not great. Oh, that's an easy one. But let's keep a lookout and see what other ones there are. Oh yeah, the Bowser Castle from Wii was actually pretty good as well. I forgot about that. Wow, there's not many courses from Wii, to be honest. They're new. Wii has a ton of remakes. I guess we'll put that there. So if I had to pick a Mario Kart Wii course to be remade, it would either be Toad's Factory or Bowser Castle, one or two, because I like it. DS is an easy one. Like the only DS map I would actually want. Oh, I see the notifications there. That looks good. Direct message. Yeah, accept. Why not? And arrivals. Mario Kart 7 tracks. That doesn't tell me anything. Okay, well I didn't enjoy Mario Kart 7 anyway, so for Mario Kart 7, let's say Shy Guy Bazaar, because that's a good Mario Kart 7 map. Right, yeah. Those are the only maps I'd want to be remade, to be honest. So my hopes is that we get Wario Stadium and Rainbow Road remade, Toad's Factory and Bowser Castle from the Wii remastered because they're just fun maps. Then from DS is Airship Fortress. And it's very good art. Yeah, from Mario Kart DS, Airship Fortress is the one map I'd want to come back. There's some other good ones, but Airship Fortress is definitely my favourite from the DS games. And then from 7, Shy Guy Bazaar. Do I think that's what's gonna happen? No, Wario Stadium's probably not gonna be remade because of the 2-lap tracks, so they're probably not gonna remake it just so they can keep it easy free for every track. Would they remake GameCube Rainbow Road? I think they're gonna remake a Rainbow Road for the final wave. I just don't think it'll be the GameCube one. I would love Double Ash's Rainbow Road to come back, but let's write down realistic options. Okay, so realistically, what is the GameCube map then most likely to remake next? Mario Kart Double Dash tracks, because I want to make sure the person, like the grown-up in me, says they will absolutely, if they were remaking a GameCube track, it would be Dino Jungle. There's some really good ones like DK Mountain, obviously. Wait, damn. Okay, there's all the tracks there. We already have Yoshi Circuit remade, so it's off the table. We got Mario Kart from Double Dash, didn't we? No, that was remade on the Wii. We might get Mario Circuit from Double Dash remade. Mushroom Bridge would be great, but probably not. Yeah, if you wanna. If you wanna make something for the channel, you can go right ahead. Yeah, we might actually get Mario Circuit remade in the final wave. Luigi Circus a maybe. Mushroom Bridge, probably not. Mushroom City, probably not. Sherbaland already got remade. Wario Coliseum ain't gonna get remade. They're not going to remake a 2-lap map. Sherbaland was remade. Driveway Desert. It's a maybe. Driveway Desert could be remade. DK Mountain. If they announced DK Mountain as a remake for the last wave, I think everyone would probably lose their mind. So I'm hoping that happens. But out of all the Double Dash maps, yeah, out of all the Double Dash maps, do I just go to one? I guess something so like Devil May Cry-ish, like just as something like a logo to use as a channel name, but written in Devil May Cry style. I think that'd be cool. But yeah, for the realistic option, Dino Jungle would probably be remade. That's just fine. Yeah, do we make another GameCube map for this? It would probably be Dino Jungle. I like Dino Jungle as much as the next person, but I'd be okay seeing it back. I'd be happy. I just kind of wish it was Wario Coliseum or DK Mountain. From the Wii. Ooh. What's the Nintendo Wii map that everyone wants back? Let's see, Mario Kart Wii Tracks. No, I don't want to buy Mario Kart Tracks on Amazon. For crying out loud. No, don't do that. List of courses. They kind of took all the good options, to be honest. But if there were 2 maps from Mario Kart Wii, yeah, just a logo or a banner. Like, if you ever see the sign of Devil May Cry from Dante's shop, basically it's all like the neon sign that's on it. But honestly, they might remake Toad's Factory, which I'd be glad about. It's that or Rainbow Road from Wii. From the DS, well, there's a lot of good DS maps. I'll be ending the stream in a little bit once I make the full prediction anyways. Like I'll see if I can find a picture of it. From Mario Kart DS, yeah, I think Airship Fortress is actually the most realistic map to get a remake. Like if a bunch of people sat down in a room and said, alright, we're making a remake from Mario Kart DS, what's it going to be? Airship Fortress is probably the first thing that will be mentioned. From 3DS, Shaggy Bazaar also feels like a straightforward option. Yeah. Right, so I'm gonna do the best I can to predict the, well, not not the tour maps. I'm gonna predict what I think the remakes are gonna be, and what the new map will be. I think for the final wave, they're probably gonna have a GameCube map in there. Yeah, I'll tell you after I end the stream. I'm gonna guess that one of the remakes will be Airship Fortress. Yeah, I'm gonna predict that Airship Fortress and Dino Dino Jungle are gonna be remade. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna guess. I'm gonna guess that Airship Fortress and Dino Dino Jungle are gonna be remade. Seeing for the fact that I think that's what most people would want. Oh yeah, and then 2 more remakes. Yeah, so I think Acorn Cup. I think it's gonna be Airship Fortress and Toad's Factory. Actually, no. I think Acorn Cup will have Airship Fortress, while the Spiny Cup will have Dino Dino Jungle. The other remakes I think will probably be from, well, based on the pattern, it's probably going to be a GameCube one. Oh, not GameCube, a Game Boy remake. I don't know which one, but it'll be good. Then I think the 3DS will probably get a little bit of love. And I think the brand new map is going to be a new Rainbow Road. That's what I'm going to predict. So hopefully I'll be right. It'd be great. But that's my prediction. Hopefully I'll be right. Because I did make a video on my YouTube a long time ago where I said the maps I want to come back. But to Scary Potters, I guessed a fair amount of the maps in this wave correct. I think all the way to not Cherry Cup, I think all the way to Boomerang, I guessed at least half the maps correctly. Like, which ones did I call? I called Coconut Mall, I think. I didn't guess Shroom Wage or Sky Garden. I guess Waluigi Pinball was coming back though. Like, I made a bold claim and I was right about that. I assumed Mushroom Gorge was coming back. I don't think I assumed Maple Tree River was coming back. I did say I wanted Peach Gardens back. I didn't think it was coming back. DK Snowboard Cross. I want to say that I did predict it, but I don't think I did. The Waluigi Stadium was when I was right up there with Pinball is coming back. Who knows, maybe we'll get like a new Waluigi map for the final wave. That'd be funny. But I guess I'll end the stream now, because I've been playing for an hour and obviously Mario Kart goes, you know, like the new waves only go for a while. I'll probably do like a big live stream at some point where I rank every single map based on how much I like them. But that might be a video. But if people enjoy, then obviously hit follow and check the description of this profile. There's a link to YouTube that'll go straight to my channel. And if you watch this on YouTube, like and subscribe and check the description for a link to Twitch. I'll see you all in the next stream.